is, y'all? It's your boy Marvel with the Big Dog Command Room. It's good to see y'all. How y'all been? Long time. No see. No see. Man. As y'all can see, I'm in a new place. You know what I'm saying? Been really working hard to get here. You know, glory to God for this, man. Like, you know, to get me in a new place. I'm just grateful for that. Like, you know, new experience, new place to kind of stretch my wings, stretch my arms out, my legs. Kind of feel good, you know. Got some roommates, they cool. They don't really make too much noise. I'm probably the one that make the most mess out here. But yeah, man, we here. So it's a lot to talk about, like to you know, discuss and stuff like that. Now we're gone for about like a good month, like, you know, what's up. And yeah, man. So like I was excited about, as y'all can see, the last video I did, you know, it was a celebration of Scott Turner's departure. He has quickly found a new job, you know, with the Oakland Raiders. I don't know what position he is per se. I can't remember. I think I tried to look it up, but you know, I'm just glad he's off this team. He can go somewhere else and mess that up, like, you know what I'm saying. But that's cool. Let's see. Yeah, man. I don't think I discussed this, like, you know, last time, but I was thinking about this. Even though Ron Rivera doesn't always make the best decisions, like for the team, and he's not always the best coach, like, you know, he's not the best coach for this team. He is very forward thinking, like, you know, him and the brain trust of Martin Mayhew and Marty Herney and all them, what's it, Bill Polian. They kind of come together and put together a plan. At least they put together a plan. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, they were really thinking that this Carson Wentz thing, this offense, this direction that the team was gonna go more successful than they thought. And unfortunately, they were wrong, and they stuck with the plan too long without making the necessary adjustments to make sure that we were successful in the season. You know, i.e. going to the playoffs. But you could tell that they were, you know, all in about, you know, the direction of this plan by them giving Scott Turner a 3-year extension. You know, even though he hadn't really shown any results of, like, you know, actually he's proven that he's a good offensive coordinator. And you could tell by this because they were in a sense where it's like, okay, you know, he hasn't had the best quarterback. You know, year one he has Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne Haskins doesn't do well. You got Case Keenum. I mean, not Case Keenum, but you got Alex Smith. All these dudes, you know, and it just doesn't work out. Cool. You know, that's not Scott Turner's fault. Second year, Ryan Fitzpatrick gets injured. First game, he got Heineke for the rest of the year. The team is not as successful, you know what I'm saying, kind of average. That's not Scott Turner's fault. Cool. Okay, we have this plan. We got to find a way to get this quarterback. We're going to get a quarterback. We're going to get a quarterback. We're going to get this offense up. We're going to bring Kurt Samuel. He's going to be healthy this time around. We're going to draft a number one receiver. Before we end up blowing up and going all the way to the Super Bowl because we're going to be that good, we're going to lock up Scott Turner for 3 years. Because we're going to take off. And Scott Turner's going to be so good that we got to keep him here to make sure he doesn't become a head coach somewhere. Well, you were wrong. But I see the plan though. That's what I'm saying. I say all that. Not even, this is not about Scott Turner. I'm just saying I see the plan where they were trying to go. And it just, like, you know, it shows that they put a lot of thought into, like, you know, a lot of corners of, you know, the team. Now we're trying to find a new offensive coordinator. And initially, I was very pessimistic about the search. I thought they were gonna get some old dude that, like, none of us wanted and stuff like that. And they started reaching out. We started hearing about candidates that they were trying to reach out for, and it's just like still was very pessimistic because it was like, who wants to come here just for 1 year, and like at least 1 year. You know what I'm saying? There's no guarantee there's gonna be anything else beyond it. Why would they want to do that? You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, So Jim Caldwell gets asked, and I actually didn't think that was a bad, reach out. You know what I'm saying? I like Jim Caldwell. I thought it was good connection. He didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Looking for head coaching jobs and stuff like that may not be the right opportunity. But I was like, if that's the direction they're trying to go, that wouldn't be a terrible thing. So I'm like, okay, I'm starting to like this. Like, Pat Shermer wasn't bad. Derek Bevel wasn't going to be bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then we got in Charles London, Studesville, Thomas Brown, a couple others like Anthony Lynn and somebody else, but not a bad list. I like how they diversified. They really stretching it wide and got these guys. But it was like you could tell they were kind of trying to go in a direction where they want to improve the run game, have some guys that really have an understanding of the run game, but also want to improve the pass too. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't a bad search. It hasn't been a bad search. At first I wanted Pat Shermer. I was excited about that. Either Derek Bevel or Pat Shermer. Then just seeing kind of the stats they were producing, I was like, nah, I don't really want Pat Shermer. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then of course Derek Bevel didn't want to. He wanted to stay in Miami. I believe he's in Miami. So cool. We get Thomas Brown, assistant head coach to the Rams, and it's only been his second year or so with the Rams. Like, the fact that he's an assistant head coach under Sean McVay, and Sean McVay seen something in him to make him want to be the assistant head coach. Cool, I'm all in for it. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. So that was cool. Like, that's cool. What do you think? And then, as soon as Scott Turner gets fired, we're hearing this rumor about Eric Bieniemy. And I'm just like, Eric Bieniemy don't want to come here. Ain't no way we about to get Eric Bieniemy. It's like, it's like, I'm trying to think of a reference. It's like Jaleel White, like bagging Sanaa Lathan or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You're just like, I mean, wasn't it, wait, no, she was Sanaa Lathan on Family Matters? I think she was. Well, anyways, it's just like, just bagging Steve Urkel bagging the bad drink, like, and just bagging it off the strength. Not like, not being Stephon or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no way they about to come here, you know what I'm saying? And I'm about to turn back in Steve Urkel, like, so, that was that, you know what I'm saying? But, like, now, like, I mean, because it was what Sean Albright, or whatever it's all, Albright, was kind of talking about it. And, it was just, I was just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? But he had some, like, some accuracy to it, you know what I'm saying? Some truth to that. So, now he won the Super Bowl and walks off into the sunset, and he's coming to interview with us tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. I actually would love, like, initially, okay, I'm gonna be real, I'm gonna be honest about that. Initially, I was kind of reluctant. Even though the name, we had to stop hiring off of names, you know what I'm saying, sometimes. Like, you know what I'm saying, instead of, like, hiring off results. And so initially, when we were doing the search, I wanted Thomas Brown, and it's still like my top choice, like, you know what I'm saying. But Um, but Airbnb is just like, it's kind of like I don't know, like, initially I was just like, because it's just this little red flag of like, he's had 18 interviews for head coaching jobs and hasn't got a single one. What's going on? What's up? You know what I'm saying? And then it's like the little whole him yelling at players and having disagreements with players who do boom, like, you know what I'm saying? What's up with that? And it's like, we've all had coaches that yell and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, can you handle it as a man being accountable and clearly communicating that, okay, he's just yelling at me. What is he yelling about? Can we process this and get toward what the end result is? You know what I'm saying? It's tough for some people because, like, even I don't like being yelled at. Like, I'm not a person. You don't need to yell at me. Just tell me what I did wrong, and boom, we work on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cool. But hey, to each his own. My concern was the past, like, his past, like, legal troubles and his past experiences being an offensive coordinator. I think he's an offensive coordinator in Colorado, and he wasn't that good from what I've heard. And then, like, also, like, just kind of the allegations, like had choked a parking assistant lady and had another couple of legal issues. But these were years ago. You know what I'm saying? But I would say right like a couple of weeks ago, because I've been wanting to talk to you. I wanted to like make some videos kind of like about this, but I wanted to honor my break, and a lot of things have transitioned in my life, like, what I'm saying, as you see. But I wanted to honor that, so I could come back to you fresh and, like, some good energy and stuff like that. Even now, I'm still tired. I just came from out of town, but hey, it is what it is. So a couple weeks ago, I was very reluctant about this Airbnb thing. You know what I'm saying? I was like, if we just wait around and just hire Airbnb, I think we would be making doing a disservice to ourselves, and maybe making a mistake. You know what I'm saying? This is a maybe, like, and instead of, I mean, it's a risk, like, you know what I'm saying, trying to get a dude like Thomas Brown or Charles London. I think Charles London got hired, but Stillsville, whoever in here that's like never called plays before, like, it's a risk to get some young guy like that. But I would still really enjoy that because it's like, hey, shit, we got 1 year left anyway. Like, there's no guarantee we're gonna have anything beyond it. You might as well just see, what we have in them, like, what I'm saying, and just get some fresh energy, some fresh blood, all that in here, compared to, this Eric Bieniemy thing where it's like, this may not even go well because we don't know if he calls. It's been this whole drama though. We don't know if he calls plays fully. We don't know what he's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? This could go south or a little left, like, really quick. You know what I'm saying? It's like him getting here, getting in disagreements with players and stuff like that, getting in disagreements with Ron and everybody, and, like, and it's already a very tentative year, like, where it's like there's no guarantees how long they're gonna get through the season with this new ownership and all that. Like this could go bad really quick, and I think it'd be a mistake. This was my initial feeling, but now it's just like, cause before I knew about all these issues with Airbnb, I wanted Airbnb as a head coach. I'm like, man, if we could just find a way to, like, get Jay Gruden fired and, like, make our team look good enough that Airbnb wanted to come here, then, it would have happened. But, like 4 or 5 coaching cycles that went by and he still hasn't got hired. So it's like, what's going on? So it's like a we'll see, but it's really looking like he's gonna come here, and, like, despite my feelings, like, what I'm saying, I still feel like it's a rock star hire. I feel like it'll be really dope. Like, if he was really doing it, if he get, they've been like, oh, he made the call in the Super Bowl with the daggone, I forgot the player. One was Scott Moore and the other one was like Jared McKinney or something. Like, if he's making those calls, like I'll be excited. I can see Curtis Samuel and Jahan Dotson make plays like that. You know what I'm saying? Even Terry, like if he's actually making these plays, like calling these plays like they were saying, like I would love to see that here. Just see some new innovation, new life in this on this team. And like I was watching the John Connor report today, and it's talking about like he feels like we need like kind of a guy that yells at people and kind of pushes them, because sometimes we can be a little lackadaisical on offense and stuff like that. And then the team in general, like we need some more people like Pete Hayner and like dudes like that. Like even though he's not here, I'm just saying like some dudes to put some fire under you. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we don't have urgency, especially on offense. It's just like, well, we're gonna go out there, we're gonna see what we do the first couple downs. If we don't do well, we're just gonna run a screen and then punt the ball. Like that's what we're gonna do. Y'all know how I feel about it. So, it's cool though. Like, we'll see, man. Like he is interviewed tomorrow or today because it's like I'm recording this late. But we'll see how it go, man. And I'm excited to see that. Like if he does come here. This a new guy in this place. Chris Harris left. That's kind of devastating. I'm scared to see how the secondary does because it wasn't really doing that well even when he was here. But I don't really put that fully on Chris Harris. Like kind of do though, because they be playing so off. Cause like, bro, you're really the defensive back coach. You could tell them like to play up, but I guess it's not the style that Jack Del Rio wants or whatever. But who knows? You know what I'm saying? DeMeco Ryans, I'm going somewhere with this. DeMeco Ryans is going to the Texans, which I think is a great hire for them. But I love the way their defensive backs play. Like, you know what I'm saying? Specifically their corners, like how they play with the 49ers. We're not hiring outside external, like, in that position. But I would love to got one of the defensive back dudes from the 49ers, like, to come here and coach up our boys, man. Because we have the potential to do. We have cornerbacks, even with Kendall Fuller, even without us having a true number one cornerback, like we could really do some damage. Like if we had the right coaches in here, like that teach that tenacity and intensity and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But so that's a blower. He went to the Titans, and it's just like. Yeah, we probably gonna hire in-house with that, which is I'm disappointed about. I think that's a missed opportunity. And, we have a new guy there, and we have a new guy in Airbnb, and it's kind of like that. So that's cool. Congrats to the Chiefs. Thank you for beating the Eagles. Bye-bye, Eagles. Cry, Eagles, cry. You know what I'm saying? And, now we're in the offseason officially, and we'll see how it goes. We need to pay Payne. Need to pay Curl, maybe pay Cole, let a lot of people go, you know what I'm saying? Bolster up this line. Please get a cornerback in the first round. I think that's a big missed opportunity if you don't. I mean, I get it. We need to bolster up this offensive line, but there's talent in the second round too. Solid talent that we can go to. I want Christian Gonzalez. Please. Track star. Runner is a track star. Track star, ball hawk, smart guy. Anytime you see a cornerback anytime you see a cornerback, he's in the bail position, like he's following a receiver going upfield, but he's watching the quarterback's eyes and sees that he's trying to throw to the flats and breaks off his route and comes back and to get an interception. Anytime you see stuff like that, that's a next level play. That's stuff you see Jair Alexander did. I think it was playing the Lions. I can't remember what game it was. I think it was a Packers game against. I want to say it was the Lions. You see plays like that, like then it's something that's major. You know what I'm saying? But. joys of having a roommate. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, not nothing negative about that. Like, you know, I don't even like doing videos for real. Like, because it's embarrassing. I don't like to tell people about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But this is what I'm doing, man. It's something like, you know, hey, it's something I'm passionate about. Like the team. This is what I'm passionate about. So this is where I'm at. It's just weird though, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm talking to a camera. But what is that? Yeah, you see stuff like that from Jair Alexander. You know, there's some next level stuff. You know what I'm saying? Some real smarts, and we don't always have. We have a dude like that in Benjamin St. Juste, but we don't like, you know. And Kendall Fuller is smart like that too, but it's not like. I mean, they're not making athletic plays like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we need to do it like that. It's Christian Gonzalez, Cam Smith, Joey Porter, and then Devin Witherspoon. Like, you know, those are the dudes. Those are the dudes. My ideal thing, like, you know, draft is like getting Christian Gonzalez, Noah Sewell in the second round, which would be amazing. Getting the center Olatume. I'm butchering his name, and I just seen his name yesterday. From Michigan, the center, in the third round, and then do whatever you want, like, you know, as far as like probably like a guard or a defensive end, and like, you know, just do whatever you want in those next few rounds. But those my first three is that, like, you know what I'm saying. I would love to see that. But that's pretty much that. You know, we'll see as it goes. We don't really need to do as much as we think. Like, you know, as far as the offensive line, we do need to re-sign some people and sign some people in free agency, and figure it out. Either Noah Sewell in the second round or Darnell Washington or somebody like a tackle. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Let me think. I think I've covered everything. I mean, of course, he's not the dance, not the news. Not knowing if we're going to sell the team. He's going to sell the team, but like, you know, a lot of signs are showing that he's going to sell the team. Like, you know, him putting up his mansion for sale and different things like that. But it's no telling. Like, you know, it's no telling where he's gonna go. I mean, how this is gonna go or how long this is gonna take. But hey, it's gonna happen. So that's pretty much that. I think I covered everything. I think I covered everything. So, the last thing before I get out of here, I got an announcement. So I'm gonna do something really cool, you know, starting, you know, this weekend. I'll try to do it this weekend. I don't know how this is gonna work out, but we gonna try it. We're gonna make it work, make it happen. So basically, we are going to be looking at the 1981 season, I want to say, of the Washington, the first year that we won a Super Bowl. We're going to look through that season. We're going to watch it on YouTube together, and I'm going to just kind of react to it. And I'm going to just treat it just like a regular season, like, you know, just like, you know, how I was doing it all the season. I had the pregame thoughts, had the game, after game reaction, post game thought, and then the reflection. I'm gonna do stuff like that. I'm gonna treat it like, you know, this is the first time we ever watched it, like, you know, ever, you know what I'm saying? So all those people that lived in the glory days of Washington, like, I remember when we had John Riggins and blah, blah, blah. Like, please do not spoil, like, you know, this for me, like, or for us, like, you know what I'm saying? Don't comment under, please. Like, I know somebody might end up doing this again, either way. But, yeah, please don't do that. We gonna watch this. We gonna enjoy it because it's just bringing back that nostalgic feeling. Some of us don't know. I know about the history of the thing of our franchise because I watched a lot of NFL Network and different stuff about our history, but I never actually got to see the games. So gonna do that. Is what it is. Yeah, man, this gonna be a really cool thing. A journey that we're gonna go on until we get to actual off season activities like the free agency and free agency, the draft, and OTA, training camp, all that. But we're gonna keep rocking. Back from break, your boy back, and yeah, it's back and popping. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So that's pretty much it, man. It's your boy Mambo with the Big Dog Command Room. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and get in on this. Thank you all for supporting me. Thank y'all for if y'all have watched any videos while I was gone, which I mean I don't know, but if y'all still rocking with me, thank you. You know what I'm saying. We're trying to get to 50 subscribers. I'm gonna try to get there before the end of the month. We'll see how that goes. Halfway through the month, so let's do it. But anyways, it's your boy Mambo with the Big Dog Command Room. And until next time, which probably might be Friday or Saturday, depending on how I feel. Or depending on how I feel and depending on how busy I am. We'll see how it goes. But till then, it's your boy Mambo, Big Dog Command Room. Peace, love.
Aries.